6 lawyers, the defenders, the guys that have been in the trenches with this whole experience, giving us the insider report as to what's been happening and what's happening right now, what we can expect to unfold the next couple of days. You don't want to miss this insider update from one of those lawyers and defenders. But you know what I have on my desk right here is something very interesting. I'm very seldom as enthusiastic about products as I am about this particular metabolism support probiotic. Annabelle has got me into the gut health, the stomach health, rest and digest. She's always giving me these mantras about being healthy. And so, Dr. Jordan Rubin, he's occasionally on the show. I call him like the Edison of the organic world. He's inventing stuff. Well, this is hilarious. I took this with me on a couple of day vacation that Annabelle and we took off, and we were on this vacation getaway. And it was one of those health vacations, where they have these professionals that are talking about your diet and exercise, all this stuff. And Annabelle had me go meet with them. And we showed the guy this product because he wanted to sell us their products. And he said, let me see that. And he's a salesman. And he looks at it and goes, this has got 650 billion colony-forming units of microbial cell development. He goes, this is actually very good. He got thrown so far off. He said, who is this? What is this? I said, that's exactly my point. It's Dr. Jordan Rubin, Ancient Nutrition. It was a great moment for me because every other product, he had us bring all of our, supplements, and he knocked them all out except for this one. That's the one I'm talking about right now. I want you to go to ancientnutrition.com because your stomach, your gut needs this powerful probiotic support. You feel different with this. I found out about it through the girls of my staff. That's how they got it. They said, Lance, you got to try this. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen, ancientnutrition.com/Lance. You need 50 billion microbial cells going to work for digestion and for the assistance of all your metabolic functions. Powerful little product. You don't want to miss it. ancientnutrition.com/Lance. And now let's get into this interview with his cool attorney, Ed Tarpley. Welcome to the Lance Wallnau Show, where there's no lack of outrage over things. And I think that being outraged is perfectly a biblical response. You guys know that I also preach the Bible. I have my degree in theology. And the Bible says that Lot was vexed daily with the conduct of the people. And I'm vexed daily by things, but nothing bothers me more, I think, than the under-supported story of the January 6th situation. The left has so hijacked this thing that even our own evangelical, nervous clergy are all like, oh, it was a terrible thing, that what happened on January. But January 6th was a protest against an election theft. People didn't go there with torches and with guns. They weren't burning down police precincts like the left does. Not to say that there was not misbehavior, there wasn't things that were done wrong, but I'm saying on the whole, I was there, front row seat. What you see is the prosecution of the innocent along with the guilty, and that should never happen in America. And it was allowed to happen except for brave men like the man I'm bringing up right now, Ed Tarpley, who took on the case of representing the January 6th defendants and who participated in the overthrow of the unjust ruling that the Democrats were using and the mutant Washington Republicans were allowing that would have these people locked up. So let me just bring Ed on. Ed, welcome to the Lance Wallnau Show. Glad you're here.
Great to be here. Thank you, Lance.
Now, am I misstating or overstating the fact that we have good people who were severely and unjustly imprisoned and detained and isolated? They were made like the victims of a narrative to make a point. That it robbed them of justice, and right now we're still fighting for that justice. Tell us the story about these January 6th defendants that you've met and that you've worked with. Oh boy, this episode was so hot, YouTube and Facebook might not be able to handle it. So go to lancewallnau.com/podcast or Rumble to hear the whole thing.